Hello and welcome to your full body gentle class. This class is going to help you prepare your body for labor and birth, postpartum, but it's also going to give you those moments of nice stretch. So we will work through this, but it'll be a gentle work to challenge yourself, but going at your own pace. Always encourage you to go at your own pace, listen to your body, but push yourself just a little bit so that you can build that endurance and build that strength that's going to help you through pregnancy into postpartum. I do recommend grabbing a pillow. If you have a bolster, grab that. Otherwise, a pillow from your bed will work for today. If you have yoga blocks, you can use those in a few of the poses today as well, but absolutely not necessary. Let's go ahead and start in a child's pose position. So you're going to take the knees wide, the toes will come close, they don't need to touch, and then you can either take those fists, stack them on top of each other, and let your forehead rest here. Or maybe it feels good to extend those arms all the way out to the top of the mat and let your chest and forehead release down to the mat. And if you need to prop your hips up with a pillow or a bolster, feel free to do that. And take a few moments here to allow your mind and body to become centered. Noticing all those pressure points of your body weighing down, connected to your mat, to the ground. Feeling yourself become rooted. And just take a moment to tune in with how you're feeling today. Noticing whatever arises without judgment, acknowledging that it is just a moment. And just like our breath rises and falls, so do our feelings and emotions. Maybe you set an intention for this practice today. On your next inhale, let's extend those arms out if they aren't already. And then we're going to walk them over to the right side, allowing the chest and forehead to release here. You can always use a bolster or a pillow or a block underneath your forehead here if you need to. Let's lift up on the next inhalation, walk the hands through center over to the left, and then release back down. Inhale, come up. Let's take those hands to center. Press yourself all the way up here to a tabletop position. The knees will come underneath the hips and the wrists will come underneath the shoulders here. If you need a little extra padding for your knees, I do recommend grabbing a towel or a blanket and just placing it across the mat where your knees would be. Working through a couple cat-cows here. Inhale, relax the belly. Let the pelvis come to neutral. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. And then exhale, we're going to tuck the chin, round the back. Hug the belly in, and then tuck the pelvis. Relax the pelvis, relax the belly, lift the chest, lift the gaze as you inhale. And then let's tuck the pelvis, hug the belly in, round the back, and tuck the chin. Good, keep going. Relax the pelvis, lift the chest, and tuck the pelvis, round the back. Moving at your own pace here, just letting your breath guide how fast or slow you're going to go. On your next inhale, come to a neutral spine. We're going to tuck the toes and then slowly walk the hands back so that the bottom sits on top of the heels. Now, if you need to, you can keep your hands down on the mat here. This might not be a stretch you do too often. Or if you can come all the way up but need to untuck the toes, feel free to do that at any point, okay? We're going to inhale, let's reach those arms out, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then exhale, we're going to wrap the right arm underneath the left. If you can take the arms all the way around, the palms can come to touch. You can take the back of the forearms to touch here also, or you can just take your forearms together, press those palms together. Relax the shoulders from the ears, and then inhale, lift the palms to the ceiling. Exhale is drop the chin to the right shoulder. Deep inhale into the back and to the side. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. Inhale, head's going to come to neutral. Unwrap those arms, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then we'll take the left arm underneath. Again, option to untuck those toes if you need to. Relax the shoulders, lift the palms to the ceiling, and then drop the chin to the left shoulder. Deep inhale. Exhale, let it out. Inhale into the back, into the sides. Exhale, let it go. Slowly let those arms unwrap, taking the palms, slowly walking the hands away from you. Untuck the toes, and then we'll tap the toes on the mat, or the top of the feet onto the mat here. Just releasing that a little bit. Good. Returning to neutral spine here. So you're going to have a little sway in the lower back, but I don't want you to be dumping into the lower back. So that tailbone's pointed down towards the mat. Deep inhale, relax the belly, and then exhale, let's hug the baby in as tight as you can with the belly, holding that hug as you continue to breathe. Gaze is going to stay down at the mat right in front of the fingertips. Inhale, let's extend the right arm straight out. Staying here is definitely an option. Otherwise, extend the left leg straight back. Press through that heel. We're thinking about lengthening more than lifting here. Holding this, hugging the belly in, giving that baby a nice tug, letting baby know that we're here, we're in this together. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we're going to take that elbow alongside the chest as the knee draws towards the sides, coming to a fire hydrant pose with the knee. Inhale, extend back out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Last one. Extend back out, and then we're going to drop the right arm down to the mat. So if you don't have that left foot extended, go ahead and extend that now. Bending the knee, the foot is going to come flat to the ceiling. 3 circles in one direction. So we'll open the knee to the side, drop it down, and then lift it back up as you kick that foot towards the ceiling. Inhale, open, drop it down, and lift back up. Last one. And then let's go ahead and switch directions. So that knee is going to draw down, open to the side, and then kick it back to the ceiling. Keep breathing. Last one. We're going to kick that foot to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's let that knee drop down. Rock those hips from side to side. Whew, finding some movement that you need that feels good. Let's go ahead and tuck the toes. We're going to send the hips to the ceiling. Chest comes to the thighs into down dog, pressing that chest towards the thigh. Really pressing those heels down, opening up into the backs of the body, the back of the legs. Good, and then we're shifting back forward, dropping back down onto the mat. Inhale, relax the belly. Exhale, hug it in. Extending the left arm straight out. Maybe you extend the right leg. Again, just going at your level here. Embracing those wobbles. noticing if the belly is hugging in. So maybe if you're feeling really wobbly, check in. Make sure you're giving baby that hug. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. We're going to draw that knee and elbow towards the side. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend straight out, and then drop that hand down. Right foot is extended. Bend the knee, foot comes flat to the ceiling. Inhale, open the knee to the side. Exhale, release it and kick it back up. 1 and 2. One more time. 3. Switch directions. Drop the knee down, open it to the side, and kick the foot to the ceiling. And 2. Last one. Keeping that foot kicking to the ceiling, lengthening through the spine, belly hugging in. Let's pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knee drops down. Good job. Definitely feeling that in my glutes. Challenging my breath here. Let's go ahead and tuck the toes again. We're going to send the hips to the ceiling for down dog. Taking a moment, pedaling those feet back and forth, pressing one heel down, bending one knee, and then just switching side to side. Pressing both heels down towards the mat. Let's take the gaze between the hands, bend the knees, and then just slowly walk those hands towards the feet as much as you can. It's okay if those feet are wide. I want them wide here. You can actually bring them as wide as the mat as you get up to the top. Taking those elbows, grabbing onto opposite elbows. And then go ahead and sway from one hip to the next. Good, let's come to center. We're gonna turn the toes out. The heels are gonna be in. Take a deep breath, and then we're gonna sink down so those hips come all the way down towards the ground. So if you're all the way up here, that's okay. If you can release down, that's fine as well. But this is where I would recommend you use some props. So use that pillow, use yoga blocks, stack 2 on top of each other so that you can rest easy into this, or maybe you come onto that second level on one of them. I want you to be able to release down so that you can come up and let that stretch just do its job. You're not struggling into this pose. If you can, press those knees open with the elbows, palms will come together. It's okay if your heels can't touch. You can try rolling up the yoga mat, placing your heels on the yoga mat for some support if that needs to be. Otherwise, I really want you to try and lift through the crown of the head. And then allow those knees to just open up, really opening into the pelvic inlet, letting that baby find a little bit more space to move into the pelvis. Now just close off the eyes for a few moments, reconnect to the breath. And on your next inhale, place those palms down. We're gonna lift the hips to the ceiling. Toes will come parallel again. Remove that prop or whatever prop you're using off to the side, and then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time, coming to standing. Once you come up, we're gonna place the feet underneath the hips. Taking a deep inhale, let's reach the arms up overhead. We're going to interlace the thumbs. Fingertips will stay pointed down towards the ceiling. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Take a deep inhale, find length. And then exhale, hinge over towards the right, keeping the belly hugging in, the rib cage closing in towards each other. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinge to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale to center. We're going to take the palms together and then exhale, release hands down to heart center. Right foot is going to stay towards the front of the mat, and then we're going to take a giant step back with the left foot, turning that back foot off to an angle. So the left foot is at the side, right foot is pointed towards the front of the mat. Bending into your front knee. So warrior two, we want to make sure this knee is tracking over the toes, but if you can actually rotate this knee a little bit more, you're going to get more into the second layer of the pelvic floor, allowing this pose to help strengthen and stabilize the pelvic floor and the pelvis. Let's reach those arms open to a T. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Deep inhale. Exhale, sink down into that front leg and then press the front foot into the mat. Good. Really connect to the breath here. We're going to flip the palms towards the ceiling. As we inhale, press into the front foot. We're going to straighten the front legs. Arms going to come up overhead. And then exhale, we'll sink back down into warrior two, keeping that right knee opening towards the right side of the mat. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, release down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. And lower. Good. Palms are going to come together at heart center. Let's straighten into the right leg. And then we're going to toe heel the foot slightly towards the left foot. Toes are going to turn out again. Heels are in. Deep inhale. Exhale, we're going to bend those knees. They're going to press open wide as we sink down like we're coming down a wall. So that chest is staying lifted, shoulders over the hips as much as you can. Knees, again, are tracking over those toes. So you really want to keep them open. Inhale. Exhale, let's sink down a little more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand all the way up. Now this right foot is going to turn off to the side. Left foot is going to point towards the back of the mat. Arms open up to a T. Let's bend into that left knee. I want you to have some space in your legs here. Unless you have pelvic pain, then you can bring your stance a little bit closer together. Externally rotate that left leg, keeping that knee tracking over the toes. Deep inhale. Exhale, sink into the left foot. Press the left foot into the mat. That's going to activate that leg. Bring in some more strength and stability in the lower half. I like to tune into the strength that you have right now. So your body is supporting you and baby here. You are so strong. Even if it doesn't feel like it right now, you are. Let's lift the palms to the ceiling. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Arm comes up overhead. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, power up. Exhale, release. Inhale and exhale. Let's go 2 more times. Last one. Sink down. Take those palms together. Press into the left foot. We're going to toe heel the feet slightly together again here. Toes out, heels in. So the feet should be a little wider than your hips here. Deep inhale and then exhale, sink down. We're going to pulse for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand all the way up. Awesome job. Let's take those toes so that they're parallel. slightly turned in. If you want, you can grab onto your yoga block here, place it underneath the hands. Deep inhale, and then as you exhale, hinge at the waist, lead with your chest as you come down. Maybe you release those hands all the way down, or again, take them to a pillow or yoga blocks. Now you can put a little extra weight into the balls of your feet so that the heels are light. Feeling those sit bones, those two bony parts of your bottom just opening and spreading wide, lengthening through the pelvic floor. Inhale, let's find length in the spine, and then we're going to come down onto our left side. So go ahead and release down, and you can come all the way down onto your left side, placing the head in your left hand. Now we're going to straighten the legs, making sure those hips are staying stacked on top of each other, but you can use this right hand here to brace yourself. Go ahead and point your toes. We're going to lift the right foot off the left foot so that it's in line with the hip. Inhale, we're going to bring it forward for 2. Exhale, flex the foot, bring it back, point the toe, and pulse for 2. Inhale, forward, 2. Flex the foot, draw it back, and pulse for 2. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Keep going. And last one. Good. Let's take it again in line with the hip. Point that toe. Little circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that right foot down. We're going to push up to the left forearm. Right arm is going to come up overhead. Deep inhale. Press into the elbow so you're not sinking into this right shoulder. And then as we exhale, we're going to draw the knee towards the elbow overhead, getting to that right oblique. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more. Good. Release that down. From here, I want you to grab onto your pillow or your bolster. We're going to place it across the mat here. Left arm is going to go straight out. Head is going to release onto your bolster or your pillow. And then right arm is going to reach up overhead. Again, hips are stacked on top of each other. Just take a moment to close off your eyes. Find gratitude in all the movement that you've done throughout this practice today. Let's go ahead and take this right arm back down, place it into the mat, push yourself up. And then we're going to switch to the other side. So grab on to that bolster. You can just place it off to the side for now. Coming onto the right side. Releasing all the way down onto the right side. Head is going to release into your right hand. Extending the legs, making sure that the hips are stacked on top of each other. Inhale, let's lift the top leg just so that it's in line with the hip. We're going to point the toe, double pulse forward, flex the foot, bring it back, point, double pulse back. Inhale, pulse, exhale, pulse. Inhale, and exhale, bring it back. Inhale, and release. Keeping those hips stacked as best as you can. Trying to keep the core tight. Last one. Taking it in line with the hip. Little circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Opposite direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Grabbing onto the pillow. Placing it underneath your head. Right arm goes out, left arm comes up overhead. A few nice breaths into the left side. We're going to take this left hand, press it into the mat, push yourself back up. Your pillow is going to come down the center of your mat. We're going to keep the hips stacked over the knees. Knees are about hip distance apart. Deep inhale, and then as you exhale, you can release down. Head can go to either side of your pillow, just letting your body release down into this pose. Let's go ahead and press those palms into the mat. Push yourself up. Come to a seated position. You can take your hands together at heart center. Maybe you want to take them to the belly here and just take a moment to close off your practice with your baby. Checking in with how you're feeling now in this moment. Recalling that intention that you may have set at the beginning of your practice and thinking of the ways that maybe it showed up throughout your practice. And stating that intention to yourself as though you've already achieved it. Let's take our palms together at heart center. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have an amazing day.